big yellow flared trousers. And apparently in America these are called soul pants. An American publisher said, you know, I love his soul pants, they're so fantastic. So I thought, right, that will do for me. So there he is with his big soul pants and his little funny feet sticking out the bottom. And then he's just got a little sort of scruffy look. So there he is with his pancake. And that's exactly what I drew in my sketchbook. And it just got me thinking. And it just made me, I just knew I wanted to tell a story about this guy. And, he also has, because I wanted to put really, lips at the thought of a big pile of fresh, delicious pancakes. Now then, Mr. Wolf had never made pancakes before, so he took his big recipe book down off the shelf and looked inside. Can you see? He's been to IKEA. He's got his little chest of drawers from IKEA there. I've got one of those in my study too. So he's got the Wolf It Down recipe book. But wolves can't read very well, and poor Mr. Wolf had trouble making sense of it. So he went off to get some help from his neighbours. He called on Chicken Licken, who lived next door. Please, can you help me read this? He asked. No, said Chicken Licken, slamming the door in Mr. Wolf's face. Bang! Oh dear, said Mr. Wolf. So he sat down, slowly read the book, and worked out what he needed all by himself. See how I've made Chicken Licken look really, really stroppy just in his expression. There. Let's see who he visits next. Now Mr. Wolf he looked in the cupboard for his ingredients, but he didn't find anything that he needed. I'll go to the shop, he decided, and he settled down to write a list. But guess what? Wolves aren't very good at writing. So Mr. Wolf went to get some help from Wee Willie Winkie. You're very clever, said Mr. Wolf. Can you help me write my shopping list, please? No, said Wee Willie Winkie. You go away. And he slammed his door too. Bang! There's no need to be like that, said Mr. Wolf quietly. They're not very nice to him, are they? Now Mr. Wolf sat down and tried very hard with his writing until he had made his shopping list all by himself. Now he needed to count his money to make sure he had enough. So, guess what? Wolves aren't very good at counting. So Mr. Wolf went to the gingerbread man for some help. I love drawing this. Do you know, I had to buy all of these sweets and eat them, and all these biscuits, because I couldn't remember exactly what they looked like. So I bought ate a whole packet. Oh God, I was so ill afterwards. But so they're all the sweeties and things that they were such good fun to draw, I tell you, and fun to eat. Can you help me count my money, please? He asked politely. No, I'm too busy to bother with you, said the gingerbread man, slamming his door. Bang! So poor Mr. Wolf had to sit down and count his money. It took him a long time, and he had to check it 3 times before it was right. But he did it all by himself. Now Mr. Wolf needed a basket to carry the shopping in. So he went and called on Little Red Riding Hood. Please, may I borrow your basket? He asked very nicely. I'm not lending my basket to you, said Little Red Riding Hood. Now you clear off. So Mr. Wolf set off to the shop without a basket. I'll manage, he said. So Mr. Wolf went to the shop. You know, that picture took me ages to do. It was one of the things I like to do, is I like to put characters in from the last story. So if you look very closely, you'll know which book I was working on last. So he went to Old Mother Hubbard's general store. He looked at his list. He remembered what he needed.